Hi, everybody. I assume you're here for Calc 2. If you're not, buckle in. Or occupying where you're supposed to be. This is Calc 2. This is assuming you've done Calc 1 sometime recently and remember some like derivatives and integrals. We'll be diving into some actual stuff today. I wanted to go over the syllabus with you, let you guys tell you a little bit about myself. I am an alumni here. I used to do a slideshow, but like this semester is so packed, I don't have time for my slideshow. I'm an alumni from here. I was here in like 2008 to 11. I took math and physics and what else? Something else. Like transferred from here to UC. I got into Berkeley, but turned down. I went to Merced. I graduated there with a 4.0 in applied math and physics and optics. And then I went to Santa Cruz I went for a PhD, and I was doing applied mathematics and statistics. My emphasis was astrophysics, like literally astrophysics. I was working on solar flares. But I stopped my PhD after like 3 years. I hated doing the research. And I got my master's and came back here to teach because when I was a student here, I tutored in the Mesa Center, and the dean saw me all the time tutoring. And he said, "You're really good. I've been watching you. If you want a job later on, when you're close to being done with your master's degree, let me know. We'll get you at least part-time jobs, see what we can do." So I called him up and he said, "Yeah, come on in." Santa Cruz put my education on hold for a year to let me explore the idea of teaching. So, if you want to come back, if you decide teaching's not for you, come back, we'll let you in. They called me like 362 days later, like just a couple days short of a year. And I said, no, I like it. I like it a lot. When I transferred from here, I got the Jack Kent Cook Scholarship. It's a national scholarship that covers your transfer fees and stuff. If you're getting a high GPA, when you're getting ready to transfer, like the fall before you're ready to transfer, talk to me and I'll tell you all about the scholarship. You can apply for it. It's worth up like $50,000 a year when you transfer. Like if you can get into Stanford, they'll pay for Stanford. That kind of shit. You'll cover Ivy League schools and shit like that. As a student here, they had a NASA internship program that started. It was the year I was leaving. I was the only student that applied for it. All my friends were engineers. I was the only math guy. I did it. No one else did it. But then I got to go out to NASA and do some shit. I came back. They still do it like every semester. If you're in Mesa program, you'll hear about it. You're going to hear about it either way. They'll send out an email when the next scholarship program is starting, and I'll tell you guys if you're interested in NASA. Mine started here. I ended up interning at NASA Ames Research Center out near San Jose. It's kind of like right next to Google headquarters in Stanford. Interned there a couple summers. I really thought I was going to want to work at NASA. I didn't think I was going to be able to work at NASA for a long time because in my head, they're astronauts and that's all they do. And I'm clearly not astronaut shaped. Astronaut shaped people are like slender. I am not. But no, they have all sorts of people. So I interned there a couple of summers, and as much as I liked the idea of working there, the idea and being able to tell people I worked at NASA was more fun than doing the work. It was very boring. Here as a teacher, I get to interact with students. I get to tell stupid jokes, captive audience. Every once in a while, people will actually really laugh. I'll get pity laughs occasionally. Hopefully you're entertained at some point. I like superhero shit. I like Marvel better than DC. I like The Boys more than either of those. If you had superpowers, no one in this room would be a good guy. And if you say you would, you're a fucking liar. I don't believe you. I cuss. If I cuss too much, let me know. I will try to tone it down, but I don't make any fucking promises. Fair? I play video games. I'm a gamer. I play Dungeons and Dragons. Right now, the video game I'm playing is Horizon Forbidden West. I'm almost done with it. I don't know if Elden Ring DLC is going to be next, or if I'm going to finally go play Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. My favorite franchise is like the Dark Souls-like games. But I like RPGs a lot. I play Dungeons and Dragons with my friends on Zoom, and nowadays, pre-pandemic, we'd meet in person, but now it's like We're all adults. We're from all over the place, so we play online. And I took all the classes you're taking. In fact, this notebook right here is the lecture notes of the teacher that taught me. And when he retired, he was doing hand-me-outs, and I had started teaching. I said, I really want your notes, because I liked his teaching. So I've been through all this stuff here. Having said that, all right, we've got Canvas here. You should go through the orientation module. It is not graded. It's not worth points, but like at the end of the semester, if you're like leaning, you have an 89 and you're wondering if I'm going to round up, I'm going to go look to see like what extra shit you did, like shit that didn't matter, like this, and things like this help me go, oh, that person really wanted to like participate, and it helps me decide round up. You do need to do the introduce yourself. The barest minimum you have to do is say hello or hi. Hi, 2 characters. It'll show your name when you do. It's kind of like checking in, doing roll. I'm going to do roll later on. But the more you share, the more you'll know about each other. If you're in Calc 2, you're going to be here a while. Very few people, is this the last class? Is this the last class for anyone? Like some bio majors have, like Calc, they need Calc 2, but not Calc 3. No. It's your last class? What's your major? This is not your last class. Unless you're leaving and going to another world that doesn't do like Calculus 3 or like linear algebra differential equations. You may not do it here, but okay. Okay, it's okay. That means if you're going to be here for a while, it's worth making friends. If you don't have like people to study with. I don't know, some of you are new. This is your first semester here. They told me, make friends with those around you. Study with them. The Mesa Center, I have info on it. I'll hit it in a second. Let's take a look at this tab real quick. I will be in here from 3:30 to 4 every Monday and Wednesday for like office hours. I am also in the Mesa Center on Saturdays from 9 a.m. to noon. So like if you're working shit like Thursday and Friday, you're like, oh shit, this is rough. I want to go ask the teacher some questions. I'll be there for 3 hours. You can come in. Generally, only like 5 or 6 students show up, so you'll almost have free reign of my time if you want it. If those times don't work for you, you can hit me up on Discord, make it or post questions on Discord. I'll share a link with you in a second. You can text me. My cell phone's right here. If you do text me, tell me your name, tell me what class you're in. I am teaching 6 different classes right now. So if you just say, hi, I'm Ethan, guess what? This isn't the only class I have Ethan's in. And I'm not going to remember later on what class Ethan was in. So give me your first and last name, tell me what class you're in. You only got to do it the first time. But text is a handy way because you can take a picture of what you're working on and I can respond. You can also do that with Discord. I'll show you on Discord. We have a lot of that going on. And I tend to be the most active teacher on the math, COS math group like Discord. We will have a secondary Discord group with Voldemorta. Ainsley, would you like to introduce yourself?
Ainsley, I'm going to be your SI this semester. Raise your hand if you would like to pass this class. Okay, great. And so my job as your SI is to help you achieve that goal. And if you want to achieve that goal, you should go to an SI sessions. So what an SI session is an opportunity to review and practice the harder concepts of Calculus 2 with your peers. And yeah, I'm hosting and planning them. They take place Mondays and Wednesdays from 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. and JM till 7. To be clear, this is not a lecture. My SI sessions, they're not a lecture. They're not office hours. They're not a walk-in tutorial session where you can just come in and get help on a specific problem and then leave. It's actually in my job description to plan learning activities. So yeah, the best way to contact me is through Discord. if you don't have it, it's free to download. For mobile, you have to download the app. If you're ready to join right now, you can scan this QR code. You can pass it.
Or you can do it later on. I have a link to it right here, if you want to do it on your laptop or something like that.
If you're not ready, link. So there's an info channel, a homework help channel where you can get help on specific problems, and a resources channel which already has some stuff. I want to point out there's a boot there already posted with really important trig stuff that you need to have memorized for this class. So I would do that as soon as possible. There's a flashcards option. Don't email me ever, please. So I've taken 2 classes with Jones, Calc 1 and Society 2. Obviously, I can't speak for everyone, but I think his tests are fair, and he gives extra credit out like Oprah Winfrey.
Bitch.
And
I was gonna snitch on you and you ruined it. Fair enough.
definitely show your work on these exams. That will be the difference between passing and failing. So my experience with calculus, I'm taking Calc 3 right now. I got an A+ in Calc 1 and a B+ in Calc 2. Calc 2 is harder. So what held me back from that A was not taking adequate notes, not studying with others, and I had trouble paying attention in class. So don't make the same mistakes I did if you want to pass. Attend as many lectures and SI sessions as you can, and homework is optional in this class.
Uh-huh.
Homework's optional, but not doing it is really stupid. Sorry, you should do all the homework or as much as you can.
It's affiliated with the extra credit that I apparently dole out like Oprah Winfrey.
And our first SI session is this Wednesday, 1:30 JM 207. You'll find info on that in the Discord, by the way. We're gonna do that Kahoot. We'll go over some integral review problems if needed. And I'll introduce you to the main ideas of chapter 6. And if at the end, if we have time, I can help with specific homework problems. Any questions? Good luck. I hope to see you there.
Fucking write up a speech,
No.
like a list of things you wanted to hit.
No,
You kept checking your phone.
Yeah, I did. Good luck. Thank you.
I'm not gonna move on. You were up there for a while. So I call her Voldemorta because she was very shy. She's now learning to be more talkative. As you grow older, you do become more, you develop as an adult. And she did not want me saying her name. When I said her name in Calc 1, she got mad. Don't say my name. I said, all right, I'll call you Voldemort. No, Voldemorta. And I liked it. And she kind of liked it because the next day, that's what her name was on Discord. So I call her Voldemorta or B all the time. I tried to call her my Padawan, but that got like a negative review. But she didn't flinch at Sith Apprentice, so. I do recommend her essay. I'll show you her Discord later on when I show you the math Discord as well. She be over prepared. She's like ready. She's like, I felt a little intimidated. Like I don't prepare that much. She's got some good shit going down for you guys. Even looked up some apps to make like learning 6.2 and 6.3 a little bit easier before you come in on Wednesday. She's gonna have like, is that Wednesday? She's gonna go over like doing a little bit of the disc washers that day. Yeah, disc washers and cylindrical shells for that day. I don't know what the app does. It might do both. Does it do both, or is it just disc washer?
It just shows a solid resolution.
Okay. Oh, well, still. I recommend going. There is a fuck ton more than 22 people in here. How many people are in here to add? Not that many hands.
You mean like the wait list?
Yeah, like to add the class that are not already enrolled, just like the 3 of you. It feels like either I can't fucking estimate very well, or some people are like, nope, I'm not taking Calc 2 and I don't want in, but I want the AC. All right. So we'll be doing lecturing here. I am recording it. If you're sick, you can watch it on Zoom live. You can watch the recording later on. I do download them and put them on YouTube under Professor Hefe. I will show you that later on. I can't put Professor Jones. There are fucking way too many Professor Joneses. there's like thousands and thousands of Professor Joneses. Even Professor David Jones, there's too fucking many. But Professor Hefe, there's only one. I use Hefe because when I was at NASA, I was giving another intern a ride, and I was dropping his kids off at like a daycare thing, like a activity daycare, and he started calling me Hefe. He was from Puerto Rico, and I thought he was calling me heifer. Like I didn't know what Hefe was. I didn't know his boss, and I never Googled it for like a dumb shit. But when I finally, I'm like, dude, what the fuck? And he's like, it means boss. And then he starts smirking about it. I'm like, dude, fuck you. It don't mean boss. And when I was telling students about it here, like the first semester, second semester I taught, and they're like, yeah, it means boss. And I looked it up and they're like, yeah. I'm like, shit. And a couple students started calling me Hefe rather than Jones. And I just stuck. So I will answer to Hefe. I'll answer to David. I'll answer to Dave, Mr. Jones, Professor Jones. If you call me Dr. Jones, I may or may not remind you I do not have a doctor's degree, but that's by choice. I didn't want to finish the PhD program. It was not very exciting. If you're taking STEM courses here, like everyone is, you should go to the MESA program and check it out. There's a lot of tutoring there. They have a lot of activities. They tour schools where you're going to transfer to. I think it tells you, like, if you look at it on the website, you have to be a first generation student, all that. That's what you have to do to officially join MESA, like to get on the, like, I don't know, fucking card carrying member kind of thing. But most of the people in the MESA program are not in the MESA program. They're over there just doing tutoring and stuff like getting tutoring, shit like that. It's worth checking out. I'll show you the YouTube in a second, but I've got Calc 3 up there for next semester. I am teaching Calc 3 next semester. So if you figured that you like me by the time you're ready to enroll, I have Calc 3. I don't remember what time of day. I got a couple other professors here, their YouTube channel or playlists on YouTube. The two Reddens teach here. Professor Leonard does not, but a lot of people like Professor Leonard. He's got the fucking Superman vibe. Even in some of his videos, he got like a fucking that curl coming down. Motherfucker needs a blue suit and a cape. A lot of people like him. Homework. As she said, homework. I will collect it if you want to turn it in on the day of a test, just to look at it. If you do it on a tablet or shit like that, or want to take pictures and stuff, you can submit it via Dropbox. I'll show you that in a second. It'll count like I'll make it. I'm gonna count as extra credit towards the test. Dalton, you've had me before. Is Oprah Winfrey a fair assessment? I think that was a little fucking harsh.
Without a lot of extra credit.
How many people passed the class you took? It was a bloodbath.
Like half or like.
It was under half. It was Calc 1 though. Calc 1 is notorious for it. Calc 1 is the fucking shredding machine for people that thought they knew algebra and trigonometry and just came in and fucking went through the wood chipper. I didn't. That made me sound kind of scary. I didn't have lower fucking pass rates than anybody else. Okay. But I don't give you credit for homework. So there's that. In my head, that's being Oprah Winfrey. A lot of teachers like to give credit for homework because it motivates you to do it. But I think you're all at this point, you know what you want to do. You're here for a fucking reason. I shouldn't have to motivate you with fucking a carrot on a stick. The homework, do as much or as little as you need to make sure you master the material. Some people have families and lives and they can't do as much as that you would want. Others, you'll find out by the first test if you've done enough homework or not. Seems about right. We will have 4 or 5 tests in here. I don't know. We got a calendar over here. Test 1, test 2, test 3, test 4, test 5, then a final. There's lots of tests in here. That's good for you. It makes each test worth less. And we got a list of stuff that we'll be doing. Is there anything else in the module I wanted to cover? If you haven't been to the Mesa Center, it's in John Muir 124, which is not directly below where she's gonna be. She's gonna be in the second floor. But it's worth checking out. Oh, they do offer out free textbooks and shit for all the STEM classes. They have them. Linear algebra textbooks, differential equation textbooks. I'm sure they have chemistry and biology. You can check them out. So there's that. All right. Holy shit, my pin's coming apart. Over to the syllabus real quick. So as you know, we're in here from 4 to 6. I will have office hours in here from 3:30 to 4. She's doing her stuff from 1:30 to 3:30. So if you like get out of classes, you've got morning classes for everything else, and you're like, I want to stay on campus and catch some AC. If the only thing you do is sit in her room and get AC, she'll still make you learn some shit just by being present. It's worth going to. And she's an overachiever. Like I've had SIs in other classes. She's fucking prepped like the other ones aren't. I do pledge to do my best to help each and every one of you pass this class. I've done 6 a.m. Zoom shit with someone that had a full-time job, 3 kids, and that was literally the only day of the week that she could, and time of the week that she had free, that kids weren't up her ass, that work wasn't in her way. So I'd meet her on Zoom for 45 minutes, and she was worried she wasn't going to pass. She ended up passing with an A. So I will do my best to help you, but if you earn a passing grade in here, you're going to earn it. There's no charity. Because someone that get like, if you have like a 65% and someone gives you a C, like lets you buy, you think they're doing you a favor. You're like, thanks, man. You're just less prepared for the next class in the sequence. I'm literally fucking you if I pass you when you don't deserve it, because I'm going to make it really hard for you to pass the next class. Okay. I'm going to take attendance today. After that, I don't take attendance. We can't make attendance a criteria. A lot of teachers try to bypass it by making it participation. Most people that show up to class don't participate. Hopefully, more than one of you will speak at some point in this semester. Because like I will ask questions and like I'll wait for answers. Ainsley came down on me. She read this shit. She didn't apparently, this has been in my syllabus every semester, but I like sent her this on Discord. Take a look at it real quick. And she's like, the fuck you mean 4 more absences and they can be dropped? I'm like, your shit said that. Did you? I can drop you. It doesn't mean I'm going to. Don't rely on that. If you're looking for a way to drop, you'll just drop yourself. If you do want to drop, it is your responsibility. If you want to drop before and not have no W or a withdrawal on your transfer, do it by August 25th, which is not this Sunday, but next Sunday, which gives you 2 weeks and effectively 2 Mesa centers where you can come in and have one-on-one time with me answering questions. Before that, after that, you can do it with a W by October 18th. After that, you're going to get what you earn. Fair? Ideally, you don't use earbuds in here. They're not allowed on the test. The students I've seen that do use earbuds, like listen to music, I'll see their head like bopping in the class. I'm like, I don't hear no fucking music. So I can see they're listening to music. Don't do as well. You literally are splitting your attention. Even if it's music you know, you're at least diverting some of your attention, some of your brain power from when you want to learn. 2 hours is a long time to do math. We will take breaks. I will tell stupid jokes and stories throughout to kind of break up the monotony of it. But we will have stuff to get done. Don't cheat. You obviously are in here for a reason. You need to know how to do this shit. And cheating just hurts you. I know there's apps that you can have on your phone that I may not catch you on the test using them. But you're fucking yourself at that point. Because you're gonna need how to know that do that shit. If you don't know it now, like if you go for an interview and they start asking you some questions, depending on what you do, they might. You need to know how to do shit. And I'll go, ChatGPT, help me with this shit. Because they'll be like, no, I can hire a fucking monkey to do that. I wanted someone with some skills. So don't screw yourself. Oh, I even gave her last name in this. Awesome. We also have, if you don't like the Mesa Center, the math tutorial lab, math tutoring lab is over in the Educational Support Services building. It's like behind Kauai on the corner of Meadow and Mooney, right back here. They have tutoring hours. There's someone in there with a master's degree. John's in there, and John knows everything. I don't know. I don't know why he's not a teacher. He just doesn't want to teach or something. But you'll have more people that know what you're doing in the Mesa Center. Like there's not going to be very many tutors in the tutoring lab that know Calc 2. There might be some, but like in Mesa, there's going to be a lot. Please study with each other. Make study groups. If you don't like them, I didn't like them either. They help. Even if you're like, I don't want to fucking spend my time helping other people because I'm smart and I know what I'm doing. You get more out of it. Like I found out tutoring that I got more out of it being the tutor than generally the people I tutored, because it refreshed my knowledge, made me had to put it in different words. And there's a lot to be said for explaining that. She's going to get really good. She's going to be like A+ level for Calc 2 at the end of the semester, because even though she got a B+, she's going to come out like a rock star later on, because she's going to have to explain it. If you think you qualify for extra time and stuff like that, you can contact the AAC. Like for tests, they will determine if you qualify. I don't know how they go through it. I never went myself. But you can have like extra testing time. I did mention there's 5 tests. They'll be in here. You'll get 2 hours. Each test is worth 15%, so that adds up to 75%, and the final will be worth 25. In general, no makeup tests are given. If you have a doctor's note, I might be lenient. There's a good chance I'll be lenient. But without it, like if I let you do a makeup test, like you're like, oh, I was sick on the day of the test, can I take it next week? I'm really like telling everyone else in the class to fuck off that showed up on time. And I shouldn't do that. Having said that, you are permitted to cry on all exams. I will bring tissue paper, Kleenex. I will bring Kleenex for you if you want to cry. I even have a tear bottle. It says tears of my students on it. It was given to me by my students. It's so worn out that like the letters are faded, but you can see them. Unfortunately, no one has cried in it yet. It's a fucking tragedy. I'm hoping like this semester will be the difference. I just need one tear in there to say I've had a student cry in my bottle. Partial credit is given on the exam. Show your work. I do have a leveling up in here. I'm a gamer. So leveling up is by like doing that homework packet, sending it to me, or showing it to me on the day of the test. I'll skim through it while you're taking the test and you can come out and grab it afterwards. Every level you get will be worth 1%. It's cumulative. And it'll apply to your test. And so there's like, if you make it and do it for each test, you'll have 5% on extra 5%. That's half a letter grade right there. Extra 5% on the 5th exam and final as charity. Not charity, but because you work for it. If you only get level 4, you're not getting any extra credit on the final exam. That's not Oprah Winfrey level. Giving 15-20% homework out is that's Oprah Winfrey. I get really butthurt over that. But it's in here. It's on leveling up. That's my like way to incorporate what I do in my job. There's the grading scale. I do have a color version of the semester here. See, let's close that. Show you, YouTube. Oh, I'm on the list. Professor Hefe, you'll see my face. click on playlists. And I will be building the Calc 2 playlist here. This is my first time teaching it. That doesn't mean I don't know this shit. I have a master's degree in shit. But it's my first time teaching it just because I never wanted to teach it before. And once I started making my playlist channel, I'm like, maybe I should fill in Calc 2. So I'm doing Calc 2, but I will also upload the videos as I make them and put them there. I will link them in the modules down below. All are like, I'll link them here, and what I will do them on the document camera, and I will scan this like what I teach today. We're gonna do like a section in like 15 minutes or so. And after, well, 25, I gotta give you guys a break. I'm gonna scan this tomorrow morning, upload it here, and I'll have the YouTube up for stuff you missed. You can see the homework problems for the entire semester. And we got a lot of useful handouts. She's got some on her Discord thing. We'll go take a look at that in a second. I showed you that though. Calc 3 is on here somewhere. Math 67. There they are. In fact, were you looking at that earlier or just that? You had to have been because you didn't have the papers. She's already looking at it to get a jump start in like Calc 3. All right, back to this. Let's click on, I want to do the math Discord first. I need to get Discord open. The fuck is Discord? There it is. All right, I figured out how to do the QR code earlier. Scan QR code. It's not going to recognize me, I don't think, on this computer. I already have an account, yeah. All right, math Discord is that one. Go to it. Are we there? I am. So there's like a Calc 2 channel. All the students that are taking it, I have access to this. All previous students have access to it. And you will see people posting questions in here. It's a good spot to do, but like for you guys with her, this is probably not the best one. Voldemorta's Discord. If you click on the Voldemorta's Calc 2 or you do the QR code that she sent around, that will take you to where to go. Discord. That will take you here. And like, she's fucking overachiever. Look at this shit. She's got like shit notes for you guys. Oh, resources. Look at that shit. She's a crackhead. She's been, you got the text back on here. Oh yeah, I remember seeing that. Yeah, I guess you don't need the math Discord for now. I'm not supposed to tell you where that is because I'm a teacher and I'm not supposed to like tell you how to pirate fucking data. That's what it is. But I'm just gonna point something out on the COS math Discord real quick for when you're taking like other classes. I don't know if it's important to you or anything. That's not what I wanted. But there's like a lot of books on here that we use here. I don't know if you'll be taking that course, or if you're taking computer science or anything like that, those books might be found here as PDFs. All right, you should buy a copy. Wink, wink. There's a link. This guy, I've heard this guy gives really good videos on vector calc when you get there for Calc 3. One of my former students from Calc 3 transferred to SLO. He's doing like solar engineering or some shit like that. And his teacher wanted him to do some math and do a refresher on, like, handed him this as a Calc 3 refresher. Apparently he liked it. So when you're doing Calc 3, there's other resources. But that channel works well. It says Hefe's Calc 2. I call it C. She goes by the name Voldemorta. She likes it. So she's got resources here, session plans.
Hey, that's a lot.
Oh,
Can't see that.
oh, never mind. You saw all that text though, even though you didn't get to read it. She's got the ship planned out.
This is on video.
It's the first day and it says Kahoot. Right? There's not a big, sorry, I didn't realize there's a, but they're not gonna find out anything important out of it. It does help you know, she's over here looking out for your guys' best interest. I've had SIs for other classes that show up and like, they have agenda, they'll talk about some stuff, but it ends up turning into a answer questions from homework. She's gonna push you guys and help you guys hopefully kick every other Calc 2's class ass. I wanna have a higher pass rate and I'll be able to say, it's because I hired Voldemort or asked her to work for me. Okay, I strongly recommend checking out the Discord groups. Your grades will be here. Look at all those tests. All right, I'm gonna take it off this camera so I can take roll real quick. And get out. After I do, I'll do ad codes while everyone's taking a break. Then we'll start a section. We're gonna do 6.1 today. 6. I can't actually have the list up while I'm doing it. And this was the only class I fucking forgot to print out like a dumb shit. I've had a bad day. I went into the fucking wrong class at 8 a.m. Sat there waiting for students to show up. One of the students had me before, came over like, what the fuck are you doing over here? Like, this is where I teach. She said, you're supposed to be in 119. This is 110. Ow. My key didn't work on the other room. It was a day. All right, let's do roll.